Hello. Man, this time of day really is the worst for where I have set up because we got the creepy dark corner. I have figured out yesterday, I went through all of the places in my home and I have figured out where I'm going to set up my new streaming location. That way we can have more visually appealing streams. The light I get right here, clearly, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a window right there. It is very nice on me. Not great for our corner here. Um, but I will be, fixing the streaming setup to make it more visually appealing. But I figured that doesn't really matter right now, because what we're doing, we're writing. We're getting in, we're getting our nano words in. My goal today is to get 2,000 words. Why I'm pushing the limit further than I need to, I don't know. I was just like, you know what? I want to try to get 2,000 words today. Let's see if we can. I want to jump from whatever I'm at now, 16,000 something to 18,000. I want to boom my way up there because weekends are always hard. It's always hard to gauge whether you'll be able to get all your words in. The first weekend's always easy for me. It's after that. So I'm trying to get as far ahead as I can. So we're gonna start with a 5-minute sprint just to get our fingers worked up to get us in the writing mood, and then we'll jump over and do some longer ones. So I'm gonna type in here. That way, anyone who joins will be able to see. A 5-minute writing sprint. I don't know why I'm typing on this keyboard and not my actual keyboard. That whatever. Remaining on. Okay, got that on. I'm muting my screen. Until someone tells me otherwise, I'm going to assume that you would rather me mute my screen. I kind of wish my keyboard, I might have to change my setup because that majestic, this creepy. Maybe I shouldn't be moving a bunch of stuff right now. My desk setup is weird. I'd show you if I could, but I don't know how to move my computer like that. Okay. Sorry about that. Chaotic start to a chaotic sprint. Man, this bodes well for my 2,000 words that I'm trying to get today, doesn't it? All right. I think we're good now. Let's write. 5 minutes on the clock. I'll see you in 5 minutes. All right, that was our first sprint. 5 minutes, nice and easy. I have no idea how much I wrote, but usually in a 5 minute sprint, I write like 100, 150 words. So I'm not expecting much. It's I need a lot of 5 minute sprints to get to my goal of 2,000 words for today. um, I am right now doing my favorite part of writing, which is just writing the dialogue. If you don't know how I write, I hear all my stories, so I write out all my dialogue, and then I go back and have to do all of the slog work of dialogue tags and description and all the stuff that I imagine when I am picturing my stories. That's the work that takes so long. That's the work that feels treacherous and slow. But I'm not doing that right now. I'm going through the part that I like. I'm getting all of the dialogue in. And this is, I write historical romance, and this is where my two uh, my two main characters have their first real conversation. They've already had their meet cute, but they get to have their first real conversation now, and I'm so excited about it because all my characters are bad at social interactions, and so it's just fun. It's just funny. I think it's funny. I don't know that other people think it's funny, but I certainly like it. So my characters are in a library too. No way! That's crazy. I also love your name. Cookster Quackerstein is an amazing name. That is a phenomenal name. Okay, so you wrote 106 words. Same. That's about the word count that I can do in 5 minutes. Um. So how is your name? Are you doing Nano Cookster Quackerstein? Are you doing Nano this year, or are you just all the time wanting to hang out in some writing streams? Someone yesterday was doing that. They just wanted to hang out in writing streams. I'm like, that is amazing. But I'm streaming for Nano. It takes a lot longer for you to type than it does for me to. Whoa! Nice. That's amazing. I'm technically like almost 17,000 words into my book, but I've only done like 3,000 words for Nano. So that's part of why my goal today is 2,000. I want to push what I did not get yesterday. I just happened to be a little bit farther into this first draft this time. Is this your first Nano? Feels weird remembering to look up here and look down at your comments. This is my one, two, sixth or seventh Nano. Well, that makes sense. I've done 7 now, or maybe it was just 6. I think it was 7. And I've only won once. Only one time did I win. And this year, nice. Nice. Yeah, the one that I'm working on, the book that I'm working on right now, I tried to do Camp Nano since they do April and July, I think. I tried to do Camp Nano and got about 9,000 words, and that's how I was able to come in with 13,000 words to Nano with on this book now. 50,000 is a lot. My first book that I published, or the only book that I've published, was its first draft was 55,000 words. And that was the whole thing. And it's like, holy cow. So what kind of book are you writing? You said they walk into a library and they're amused and they look like they were given the best gift ever. What kind of book are you writing? I think I said, I don't know. I talk a lot. I do historical romance. I don't know where it came about because I read mostly fantasy and like contemporary, some coming of age. But I like to write in genres that I don't read. I like to write like mystery. I would say thriller, but they're not scary, so I don't know that you can say thriller. They're just like, "We gotta solve this puzzle." And then historical romance. Ooh, nice. Uh, oh, what book does that description remind me of? Illusionarium? Have you ever heard of Illusionarium? I think I read it when I was, like, 15, and it wasn't quite like that. They literally went into a place that they could alter around them, but it's kinda it was both, like, sci-fi and medieval? I don't know. Very steampunk. There you go, steampunk. Um, but it had that where they could, like, manipulate the things around them, but the more that they manipulated, the more their bodies mutated, I don't know. But it was fantasy. Uh, that just it reminded me of that. I'm sure your book is nothing like that. But, I love that book when I was 15. I haven't read it since. I probably should before saying, "That's a book to check out." Uh, n nice. Nice. It's always nice to know the books that you are at least a little bit similar to, so you can be like, "Hey, do you like this book? Well, mine's gonna be kinda like that." Usually when I'm talking about my book to people, I'm like, "You know Bridgerton? It's not like that, but, like, kinda. I it's, like, around the same time and there's romance, but, like, aside from that, it's not anything like that." I wish I could remember who the author was, but I'm almost positive it's called Illusionarium. Nice. That my first book that I published is definitely gonna be the worst one, so it's gonna be a series, I'm working on book 2. The one that I published is definitely gonna be the worst one, which is unfortunate. It's not a bad book, I don't think. Some people have liked it, other people just don't talk to me, so, like, they can't comment back to me, so I don't know. Hopefully they liked it too. But, it's one of those things where it's like, these characters needed to be my first set of characters that you learn about because we need to set the grounds for the rest of the series so that everybody else can be super interesting books. So I always feel bad when people are like, I mean, yeah, it was good. It was a good little romance. And I was like, well, I'm sorry, my characters are awkward. I'm awkward. They need to be awkward too. I don't understand what people are like when they're competent at social interaction, I guess. One of my characters is competent at social interaction, and I'm worried when I get to his book because I don't know how to write that. I don't know how I'm going to do that well. Nice. All right. Cookster Quackerstein, would you like to do another sprint? I've never been able to ask somebody how long they want to sprint. Every time people jump in, it's always in the middle of a sprint. And so then they just have to go with however long I say. I got choked earlier and it won't go away. I was thinking of doing a longer one. I mean, I don't know how long you usually sprint. You might be like a 45-minute sprinter. That's not me. That's not. I was thinking like 18 minutes, 17 minutes, something like that. That's long for me, sprinting wise. What you feeling, Cookster? I'll let you make the choice. You're here with over about 4,000 words. That's more than me. You have the upper hand. You get to choose how long we're sprinting for. Oh, you can do emojis? Nice. I didn't even know you could do emojis. I've streamed several times, but I haven't actually like played around with all the things you can do. Whoa! That's so cool. 18. 17 minutes. Uh, all right, anywhere between 15 and 30. 18's already on the clock. If you're good with that, that's what we'll do. I usually mute my thing while we're sprinting, just in case you want to be jamming out to some music. I have to do complete silence because otherwise my brain gets so distracted. So I'm gonna mute my screen unless you just want to hear my keyboard clicky sounds, and we'll get started. Oh, if I don't knock everything over, that's the one thing that I may do. Thanks. I try. I'm really very awkward, but I'm just really good at talking out to the nobody. So let's go. 18. I'm muting my screen. We're going. All right. That was that was time. That was 18 minutes. Ow, my knee. I keep hitting it on things. Um, I wish I had checked what my word count was when I first started. I did not. Um, I'm at 17,431. I know that if I want to hit my 2,000 words today, I got to get in the 18,000s, but I don't really know where in the 18,000s. How did you do? Did you feel confident about your writing? Everything is very shaky. I really enjoyed my scene that they're doing right now because we're at the point where they've both made assumptions about the other person, so they're having a conversation thinking they're smarter than the other person, which is one of my favorite ways to have conversations in stories, at least. I don't know that I've ever had a conversation in real life like that, but in stories, I like reading where clearly two people. Nice. Nice. That's about on par with your 5-minute streams. That's awesome. So you seem to be a very consistent writer with your words. Mine sometimes, man, there was once that I got like almost 1,000 words in a 15-minute sprint. And then there was one time that I got 200 words in a 15-minute sprint. It depends on the day and the phase of the moon and how cold I am, and probably if I don't know, if I've had enough water that day. I can never count on if I work for this long, I'll get this many words. Um, my first book I wrote in 1 month. It was not Nano, but I wrote the whole thing, 1 month, 55,000 words. This book, I spent the entire month of July and I got 9,000 words. So that's why we're starting again. Because, well, thank you. I wish I was more consistent. I'm more of the, I get hyper focused on something. That's why I'm doing these streams, because my current hyper focus is something else. I'm doing a graphic novel. Luckily, I don't have to write anything on it, or else I'd probably be burnt out. I'm in the like design drawing stage of the graphic novel, and that's where my brain is focused. So if I wasn't doing these streams, I probably wouldn't get any of my nano words done this year. And I'm always so invested. I'm like, yes, it's nano. We're gonna do this. That's good. That's how I got through my first book, is that it was my hyper focus, and that's just all I did anytime that I had available. That's what I unfortunately am doing with my graphic novel. So I gotta get my words in the stream. Um, I know you said you have to go to, did you say class? Go to a class? My brain remembers some things. It's really unfortunate. I'm not quite good at spelling. A sewing class? That's so cool. Are you like just because you want to, just because it's fun, or are you like in facts? Are you in fashion design? Nice. See, I've made some things. I've made some dresses. I've sewn some dresses, but I've never taken a class. I'm just like, I don't know. We have my aunt was like, "Hey, I have this sewing machine. You want it? Because I'm getting a new one." I was like, "Heck yeah, I want it. I'll see if I can do that." So I made a dress, but I don't know that no one's worn it because I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna stay together. I learned nothing. I just went, let's just see. It's just still in my closet. Shorts seems hard. The dress is just like sets of fabric together. Nice. Nice, yes. I did something similar. I was an art major to start out with, so I had a lot of art classes. and then I switched over to computer stuff. So then I was just like, I'm just gonna take art classes for fun. And now I'm like, my graphic novel, if I hadn't taken those art classes, I wouldn't be able to illustrate my graphic novel. Those are the best classes in college. I took a dance class just because I could. I didn't need it. Really, I had space. I had a class here and then a space and then like 3 more classes. It was not enough time to go home, so I was like, I'm just gonna add on a dance class." I took tap. I took a tap class just because I could. Those are the most fun. Those are the ones you have the most fun with. Thank you. Maybe I'll show it on one of my streams one time. Just so you know, Cookster Quacker Steam, before you leave, I stream every day. You're always welcome to come and join at whatever time I stream. I'm trying to get better at like posting. I'm gonna stream at this time tomorrow, but I'll be doing this every day of November. So if you ever want to just come in, hang right, you are welcome. Have fun in your sewing class. I wish you the best of luck. It sounds so much fun. I'm gonna get whatever this is in my throat out. And then I'm probably gonna do one more writing sprint. Have a wonderful day. I'm getting better at saying your name, Cookster Quackerstein. I'm probably just gonna do like a 7-minute one. 7 minutes feels right. Because I still don't know where I'm at with my word count. And I'm getting kind of hungry. So I will be doing one more sprint. I will be doing 7 minutes. And I'm just gonna go ahead and hop into it. Thank you so much. I love the star emoji. Words are leaving my brain, and that is not a good sign for someone who's trying to write 2,000 words today. I'm gonna hop into my sprint. Have a wonderful time in class. All right, that was 7 minutes. My final tally is 17,719. I'm gonna log that into my Nano and just see where I'm at for today. If I want to meet my 2,000 word goal, I'm gonna have to write another 1,000 words. Just 600 if I'm just going for today. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Right now, I'm hungry. So I'm gonna go make some food, have some food, eat some food, go to work, and then when I come back, we'll get back to it. I'm not gonna stream again today. I'll stream tomorrow though. I'm thinking about doing a morning stream. I don't know what time right now. Maybe 9, maybe 10, maybe 8. Depends on when I get up. So for now, thank you for writing with me. Shout out to Cookster Quackerstein. It's been fun. See you next time.